Alright, welcome to No Law Requires You to Record or Pledge Your Private Automobile, Part 1. This is going to obviously be a series. We're going over a 24-page document, and the ground basis for this is claiming ownership of your own property. Now, we're obviously talking about your private automobile, because the right to travel is a very important topic, because if we do not have the right and freedom of movement without being accosted by arbitrators, then we are not free. So the basics of this question here is, I found a perfect example, a guy who did this in California, and this is what he says. My question involves vehicle registration or title in the state of California. Okay, I am only posting because I do not have the answers, so here we go. I have contacted a California DMV office in Sacramento and spoke with a very nice lady who has been working at DMV for 20 years. Over 20 years. I just bought a used pickup truck and there are no liens on it or anything else. I have a bill of sale, and I was looking for the MSO, or MCO, whichever it's called, I contacted the courts, who have informed me that the lawful title and ultimate title rights are in the MSO/MCO, and that a certificate of title, which is what is issued by the DMV, is simply certification that a title exists. It is not the title itself. Okay, so I called up the DMV office that handles the MCO as an MSO and asked them if I were to bring them back their tags, stickers, and certificate, along with a bill of sale proving that I paid lawfully for the vehicle. You paid lawfully? That's a question. With what? Could I please have the MSO? The DMV then stated that they microfiche and then destroy all original MSO MCOs. So then I called the local DMV office, who told me that I could bring the stickers, tags, and certificate of title back, but that I would not be able to use the highways without a tag or I would get pulled over. Okay, I already knew that. They also stated that I must pay and register for the privilege, yes, they said that, of operating on the road. This also seems to make sense. I mean, DMV has the ultimate title rights to the truck, so it's a privilege to use the property. I just filled that in myself. So my question is, short of going to the dealership, paying full price in cash for a new vehicle, and demanding the MCO, MSO right on the spot, how can I ever perfect title to property that is mine? The state, no matter which way I come at it, will always refuse me the ability to perfect the title in this property. Is there any way I can possibly obtain a new MCO or MSO from the manufacturer? That was a question I had myself. And perhaps with bill of sale and a statement from DMV that the original has been destroyed. That was a question that I had myself. I think I'm going to also look that up by contacting a manufacturer. But the end of this little feed here is this asshole, absolute ignorance, from, looks like Snohomish, Washington. Dipshit. Correct. Driving is a privilege granted to you by the state, not a right. Never has been, likely never will be. Obviously, this jackass does not know the law. So let's go on with this document. That there is a link in the description bar below for your convenience. No law requires you to record, pledge your private automobile. I encourage you to download this. I just changed my mind. I don't want to do a whole crazy freaking long series on this. I want you to download this, and I want you to print it out, and I want you to sit there and read it, and then give it a few days, pick it up, and read it again. Give it a few more days, pick it up, and read it again. There's a lot of information in here. Some of the most important information that I found talks about how whenever these lower courts bring you into their quote-unquote jurisdiction, they actually have to prove it. Okay? I have a copy of this, so as you can hear, I'm going through the pages instead of going through it on here trying to find it. Okay. Oh, good one. Okay, this is a federal argument. Blah, blah, blah. Use determines classification. That's a good section. Read that. Pay attention when you're reading. Actually, pay attention when you read the whole thing. If you're familiar with any of this, you already know quite a bit of the information that's in here, but there is good stuff in here. You could actually use this document in one of their little courts to show them that you know the law, because you have it on paper. You got it there. You can read it. These are the laws that bind them. Automobiles not classified as vehicles. Let's go down to that really quick. Your automobile is considered household goods. Can they tax your household goods? Do they have an interest in that? Okay, automobiles classified as vehicles. Automobiles not classified as vehicles. Read that. That's good shit. Okay, one of the biggest topics, though, that actually goes in for any and all court cases, especially in the lower courts or any court at all, is what? Proof of jurisdiction. If you look up Charlie Sprinkle, do a little Google search, read his, what he did. He sued the whole entire clan and their wives, right? But read the document he filed. It's very simple. It's to the point. And the beginning of it actually proves jurisdiction over the case. You know, he puts it in there why the court has jurisdiction to hear the case that he has against all these arbitrators, traitors. Get it? Every case is supposed to start with jurisdiction. They can't just file a claim without saying why the court has jurisdiction, how the court has jurisdiction. You know what I mean? So how is it that these ticket courts have jurisdiction over you? They don't. Let's see if I can find that part of it. All courts have to. No state entity has the power to allow or deny passage on highways. Okay, there's a lot of information in here. Traffic infractions are not a crime. We've gone over that. You see my mandatory actions video where all you should ever say when you're pulled over is, am I under arrest or am I free to go? Because you are using your freedom to remain silent while they while they read Miranda and go get a warrant and a lawyer and all this stuff. And the warrant has to be done by grand jury. It cannot be by a pretender pretending to be a judge who is actually an administrator. Okay. This is all right to travel. Nature. Okay, I should have highlighted it when I read it. Anyways, don't contract with the state. That's some information's in there about that. State cannot diminish rights of the people. To say one may not defend his own property is usurpation of power by legislation. I mean, there's a ton of awesome information in here that just would tear up any of these inferior courts. Okay. What page is this? Page 13? Inferior courts. Let's go down to page 13 real quick. Since we're here, I can make kind of a lengthy video. Get you guys, look at this. All this good stuff that you could put in your brain. Oh my God. Inferior courts. The term may denote any court subordinate to the chief tribunal in the particular judicial system, but it is commonly used as a designation of a court of special, limited, or statutory jurisdiction whose record must show the existence and attaching of jurisdiction in any given case in order to give presumptive validity to its judgment. Okay? Where is their record showing existence and attaching of jurisdiction in any given case, i.e., anything that is brought before these lower courts? They never ever prove jurisdiction because they do not have it. They cannot prove it, or otherwise it would be in their record. I have never seen it. I've done all that. So, it seems to me we should actually be able to reverse everything they've done in the past, every statutory violation, including their felonies, because the state was named as plaintiff and they do not have proof of jurisdiction on and for the record. You should technically be able to go back on everything that they have ever done to you because they are acting outside the scope of their authority. Okay? So, let's start doing that. And I just posted a video up where I recorded a guy from the DMV of Washington State talking about how they destroy the MCO or MSO or whatever it's called for your automobile after they make a copy of it. So obviously they don't want you ever getting your hands on that. You must have been able to get it from them at some point in the past, which causes them to destroy it now, here in the future, and the present. And so, anyways, they don't have proof of jurisdiction. Of course, they had the MCO. Now there is no MCO. So they don't even have the MCO. They have a copy of it. So it seems to me maybe we could get a certified copy. And then, I don't know. I have ideas, but I don't know what to do. Anyways, check it out. The link for this is in the link description bar below. Download it. Print it out. It's 24 pages. Staple it all together. Do whatever you want with it. Read it. Use it. Stuff it up a bureaucrat's ass. Thank you.